Take 29.
Reach for this one.
Well, that started smoothly.
Happy Friday!
Is it Friday?
Yeah!
Wow. And what a Friday.
Here's to 2016. It'll be a better year.
We almost made it through our first week.
That's true.
Well, I mean, it was a short week, but
You mean we failed and we didn't make it at all? Or it's almost there,
we're
we
almost
will make
there.
it?
We will make it.
We
I
were-
see it on the horizon.
We were just simply lucky to make it here this morning.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
As you folks know, good morning and good afternoon and good evening to you. Because who knows when you're going to be listening to the Twin Cities Hit Show. We are live right now. We like all you folks who tune in live. And if you're listening live, you probably just went through a hellacious drive on our Twin Cities roadways. I am Rusty Gatenby, and I'm joined, as always, by...
The 40% accurate Chuck Gollop.
And the 110% accurate Courtney McLean.
And also, sitting in, the man, the myth, the legend, Sean Bernard.
Good morning, all.
Hi, Sean.
Good morning, Steen.
You had the easiest drive, didn't you? You were just, like, blocks away.
I was blocks away. But, you know, people still...
Bastard.
He slept in his
drove
car last
slowly.
night.
I did. Just to, you can never be too careful.
He rode a tricycle here just to, like, have his own journey.
Hey,
Tricycle for fat.
since there's
guys.
a pretty good crew here, I'm wondering if just right after the show, if you guys could help me free this bent, broken Walmart shopping cart from underneath my chassis.
Is that what
It
happened?
was kind of a bad drive on the way in.
You know, it's weird, too, because it's not like we had Boston-type snow. It wasn't an epic winter, but it was a perfect mixture just to screw up those roadways this morning.
It just gets slick enough.
Rusty, do you know anything about traffic?
I do, and I was like, if these guys don't make it in, I'm just going to do traffic for an hour on Twin Cities Hit Show. I'm just going to, well, there's a stalled vehicle on 35W. A vehicle spun out and facing the wrong way on the crosstown near Xerxes.
Rusty, I'm up here in the chopper, and, you know, it's really just not looking good up here. I'm telling you, there's a lot of accidents out here, and I just feel so bad for the people down there.
I was actually in the traffic helicopter for 4 years.
Oh.
You were?
Every morning,
up.
winter and summer,
Wow.
and until we crashed in a commercial break.
You
over,
did?
Oh, yeah. Over 494, right near the crosstown. Yeah. Bob Bruce was the anchor at the time in the morning, and Wendy
my
Lubavitch.
God. You're going
And we're in a
slow.
commercial break. We're 600 feet in the air, and the engine blew, and suddenly the helicopter went silent.
Yeah, those
Free fall.
auto
We fell
rotation.
600
We were
feet.
scary.
falling.
That's scary.
Yeah, we went into an auto rotation. We were on fire. We dropped 100 feet a second. Yeah.
Did you
Oh my
turn to the
God.
pilot at any point and say, "Dude, we're in fuego"?
And everybody made it out?
No, I died. Yeah.
You-
Horrible
Yeah.
death.
Oh, yeah. I forgot this is the show where we talk
Was,
about
No,
Ajit Majors on the plane with you, or on the
Yes,
helicopter with you? Okay. I just
That
wanna
became my name after that. It was one of those things where we dropped in 6 seconds,
Oh,
and it felt
yeah.
everything did slow down.
Yep.
My little reporter notepad, we did a little 0 G's. It kind
Yeah.
of floated off my lap. It was like the Wild Thing at the Valley Fair times
Yeah.
3.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was like, whoa.
Yeah, it's like being on Stratosphere. Because I used to fly in the helicopter a lot, and the pilot looked at me one time and goes, "Okay, we're gonna try an auto rotation." And I don't know what that is.
Just for fun?
Yeah. And he goes, "Well, for practice, for just that situation."
Yeah.
And so he goes, "Hold on." I'm like, "I don't know what you're talking about." Poof. It's like jumping off stratosphere. It is crazy.
And they do it on purpose. So
Yeah.
auto rotation is they take the blades out of gear, and then they force the helicopter down so the wind and gravity keeps the blades going because you don't have a motor anymore to keep those blades going. So now you're using gravity. So it's opposite reaction. You'd feel like, but I want to stay in the air. It's like, no, motherfucker, we're going down.
Oh,
And
wow.
you're like, whoa, this is
Yeah.
a good thing. And
Oh, gosh.
the idea is you use that momentum, and just before you hit, you you flare the blades again, and you technically, in theory,
Yeah.
you can land without a scratch. Well, we totaled the helicopter.
Oh, you did?
Oh, yeah, we totaled the helicopter.
Did anybody get
Yeah.
No,
hurt?
here's the deal. We're coming in, and if you go by, you know the old Camelot right by 494, and I think it's near 100 maybe.
yeah. Oh, that's an art
It's like a
gallery now.
castle. It's an art gallery.
Oh,
now.
yeah.
It looks like a castle thing. Behind it is where we crashed, and there was some sort of warehouse company, and it was right before 7 a.m. So a lot of folks are showing up to work. And when when you're going to work, you look to your left or right, see if you can get
You
a
don't
parking
look
spot.
up.
You never look up to see if that dude needs a parking spot too. Well, that was us. We were zoning in on a parking spot. Ooh, there's one.
Dude, that's handicap.
Said there was a woman about
Are
to
there
pull
horns
in.
on a helicopter?
No.
Could you be like beep beep?
Yeah,
no.
they sound like
But
this.
that morning, there were flames. So we had to drop actually from about 30 feet because we needed the spot. So we went straight down, and as we're going, I thought to myself, all right, I'm going to have broken legs. I'm going to get cut up because the whole windshield in front of you, this was a Robinson helicopter, a small little thing with a lot of glass. And I said, but I think I'm going to live because we made it down from 600 feet to 30. So the odds are much better now
Yeah,
of living.
Yeah.
But what's this going to feel like? Holy crap. I don't know if I want broken legs.
And that was in Bloomington. I remember that because
Yeah.
you landed in a handicap space, and I had to come out and write your ticket.
Yeah, you bastard.
Yeah.
Sorry
about that.
Where's
Can
the
I take
huggy feely Chuck from the other morning? No,
Yeah,
he
well.
issued a ticket.
Handicapped people need to park.
So we hit and sunk into the ground and blew the doors off and fortunately put out the fire because most of it was underneath the helicopter. I looked over to Lon, not a scratch on either of us.
Wow.
Not a bruise, not a whiplash, nothing.
Yeah.
So I looked over, I go, high five me. He goes, I just totaled the helicopter. I said, fuck you, high five me. High five me now.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I had a boyfriend once whose mom
right
flew. Whose mom
We
flew.
call bullshit.
Once. Anyway, his mom flew helicopters, and they lived in Los Angeles, and she was flying me over like Malibu in the Pacific Ocean. It was so beautiful,
Yeah.
and I'm looking over the ocean, and I feel this jerk, this like
Your boyfriend?
walked right into that one, McLean. Chuck and I are wearing the same
I didn't
thing.
realize that. Your bras.
Wow,
Purple
panties in a
bras.
bra.
So anyway, I feel this like rocking, and I look over, and her door is open, and she doesn't
Whoa.
know how it got open, and she's like, "Oh my god!" and leaning out, and
That's
we're over
fun.
the ocean.
Well, she had to ash her cigarette someplace. So are you enjoying the view up here? This is fantastic.
I've got two helicopter stories.
All right, I didn't know this was going to be
That's great.
helicopter
Next
week,
week.
but
Helicopter day. Well, let's move on to airplanes. No, I used to ride in the State Patrol helicopter a fair amount, and one time I was flying with the pilot, and the helicopter kept leaning to the left as we're trying to float over the scene. Of
I
some-
blame Obama.
Yeah, I blamed Reagan. But yeah, that's cool.
Leaning to the left, Chuck.
Yeah.
Work with me. Work with me.
Oh, God, I'm so glad you feed me the obvious tags on these
Good
things.
morning.
I'm running the board. I'm multitasking. So, the helicopter, and the pilot's like, dude, yeah, can you quit leaning on the collective?
Oh.
I go, I don't know what the collective is. He goes, that's that little stick you're leaning on that makes the helicopter turn left. Yeah, oh, okay.
That's your wide stance.
Yeah.
That's the thing with my helicopter because the helicopter was designed to have controls on both sides.
Right.
They took all my controls out to
Very
put in the TV equipment.
Yeah.
So
You put
if,
the fake steering wheel in there. Yay! I'm driving the helicopter.
I'm hitting the brakes. Nothing's happening.
just let him go. Just let him go. He's a TV guy. Just hi everybody. I'm a captain now. So the only thing, if Lon had ever had a heart attack, the only thing I would have been able to do is just report as we go down. And this is my last report. I have no controls. We are going down.
The traffic for me sucks. I'm about ready to report a crash right now.
Bye, everybody. And finally, Baba Booey.
That'd be a great exit line.
Yeah. So here's the key to driving in traffic, and this comes from a 30-year professional. You need this song if you're in traffic, and everything gets better. You just crank this song, and you start waving at folks. You spun out. Hi. Oh, hi. You rear-ended. Hi.
Hi! We're driving safe.
Right? That's my
love
recommendation. So find this song. It's called, I kid you not, Happy Organ.
Happy
Insert joke here.
We're gonna.
I feel like you
refrain.
should be passing out cotton candy to people on the road or something.
Who wants your cotton candy? Get your cotton candy here.
Do the
Cotton candy and
WKRP
cigarettes.
turkey drop. I think is what we need
Oh, I
to do.
love
It's hard to be completely upset when you're playing Happy Organ.
Yeah. When you're playing the happy organ.
Yeah.
See, there you go. So we got some exciting things on the show today. We're going to hear from Michael Keaton. We're going to hear from Eddie Redmayne. The Oscars, the big Academy Awards, are this Sunday night. And for a guy who's all about Hollywood, it's
Giddy.
very exciting for me. So I'm going to give you guys some picks. And if you're going to an Oscar party, we're going to hear from Neil Patrick Harris, too, this year's host.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen him host like the Tonys or the Emmys?
No, but I'm
No.
sure he's amazing.
Really?
Yeah. What's the thumbs up? Are we having issues again? Oh. Are we all right?
No, we're just our levels are a little low. I'm just trying to turn them up.
My
Yeah, turn 'em
serotonin's
up.
way down.
Was it?
Yeah.
Speaking of low, the timid guy actually did make it in today.
Yeah,
with
I
the
saw
cold
him.
weather.
Oh, here he is.
Hi, timid guy. You all right today?
Hey, yesterday when I thought I had a cold, it was just allergies.
You're allergic to something?
Dust mites.
Dust mites.
Yeah.
You might want
You're allergic
to
to air.
change your clothes.
I think it might be coming from my pillow. Do you have a pillow I could use?
Oh boy. Oh wow.
I've got 2 of them.
Hey.
Hey-o.
One for between your legs. That's what I do. It helps my back.
It's
Yeah,
a comfort,
yeah.
and it's a
straightens-
comfort
it helps
thing,
straightens out your
I was also in a helicopter crash.
right? Really?
Yeah.
What-
But just over at Chuck E. Cheese's.
Oh, you lost your tokens and
Yeah,
The
and I don't
helic-
even have kids.
you're
surprised they let
you're
you
not
in.
allowed back anymore, are
Yeah.
Never again.
Those things expired.
you? You got into fisticuffs with the rat. That was nice. Anyway, it is. And we're also going to hear from a female rock band that's coming to the Mall of America this
I
weekend.
wasn't done yet.
Nope, sorry.
Yeah, you are.
We got a whole hour, Timmy Guy. Have some of that cocoa, and we'll get back to you.
Timid guy, not so timid anymore.
But right now, I thought we'd talk about those Academy Awards.
Yeah.
Right? You guys haven't seen.
Hollywood.
Chuck? What's the best movie you've seen this year?
Ooh. You know, I liked Birdman.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And who told you to go see that?
That was you. That was you.
All right.
I raved to you about it after.
You did.
Yeah.
I recommend everyone go see Birdman and Boyhood. Courtney?
I've not seen any movies this year.
What
I don't think I've seen any.
Well, I'll help you out then. I'll
Okay,
tell you
thank
the
you.
movies that you need to go to.
All right.
Sean, have you seen any good movies? You were so busy.
I've seen a few movies, nothing that blew me away this year.
Really?
Yeah,
Like-
I'm trying to think of anything that I thought Boyhood was okay. I liked the concept.
Yeah, the concept was amazing. Have you guys heard what they did with Boyhood?
No.
They shot a film over
Oh, yeah.
12 years.
Oh, yes. I
Yeah,
had
yeah,
heard
yeah.
of that.
So the boy is actually growing up in front of you. The other movies nominated, Selma. Chuck, you watched that one.
Yep. Yeah, I was lukewarm on it, believe it or not.
I liked it. Didn't love it. Did you see Selma?
No, but I really want to see it.
The story of Martin Luther King and
Yep.
the protest march in Selma, Alabama.
Yes.
And I like that story because it gave you kind of a fly-on-the-wall experience on what actually went down.
Yeah.
And it was well done. I don't think it's going to win. Theory of Everything, Eddie Redmayne,
Oh.
the story of
Yeah.
Stephen Hawking.
I saw that one. I thought that was
Oh my
fantastic.
gosh.
My daughter loved that one.
Yeah.
I need to pay more attention. This all sounds fantastic.
Eddie Redmayne, was incredible.
He was.
And if you're going to Vegas, it's a toss-up between him and Michael Keaton.
His
George
impersonation of
Same.
Stephen Hawking in the later years sounded just like him.
Keaton, the computer-generated voice.
Computer-generated voice. I was
Here's,
like, that's amazing.
As the odds maker go, Eddie Redmayne is actually picking up momentum because he won SAG Awards, which is voted on by your peers,
Yeah.
Screen Actors Guild Awards, and he won a Golden Globe. Here's a funny moment after he won the Golden Globe. He talks about going through the airport and being impressed with having a Gold Globe.
Wonderful experience after the Golden Globes of taking the Golden Globe in my hand luggage through the X-ray machine, and I did that thing of sort of I went through and I saw the bag going through and I saw the woman stop the thing, and then like go close up on this weird shaped thing, and she was like, I think it's an award or something, like, and I was praying that they would make me open it up, and they did. So that was a very special moment, and the guy was like, "Is this real?" I was like,
Yep, it is real. So if it's between him and Michael Keaton, I picked Michael Keaton for
Yes.
Birdman.
I'm so
early on.
excited Michael Keaton is back.
Yeah, and I think a lot of folks in Hollywood might give him that Lifetime momentum because he's had such a long career.
Yeah.
And to have him back, and he came back in a big way.
That was
I
perfect.
really want to see this movie. It
Yeah.
looks
I love how
fantastic.
it was written because it echoes his life. It's like the part was written for him. And I don't know if it actually was, but it was.
It was a little bit, and at first Michael Keaton was resistant to that idea, going, "Oh, that's not, that's not really my story." But now he's starting to realize, yeah, that kind of is. He plays. Have you heard about Birdman?
No.
The movie is shot. First of all, technically, it's amazing. It's jaw dropping, as if it's one long take, as if it's one
wow.
camera that doesn't edit for 2 hours.
It's theater within a theater.
Yeah, and you got Zach Galifianakis is in it, Edward Norton's in
That's
it,
phenomenal.
Both
Emma
those guys.
Stone is in it, and they all do killer performances. And the story is he played, he was big in Hollywood with his Birdman superhero movies, but he
Rusty just did air
walked away. I just did air quotes. He walked away from it because he wanted to be taken seriously, and then his career went into the toilet. So the movie begins with his last-ditch effort to be taken seriously by going off Broadway and doing this Broadway intense show. And meanwhile, it follows him as he's going slightly insane because he hears voices in his head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
He won at my Critics' Choice Awards. I'm a member of the Broadcast Film Critics Association. I was at those awards. I got to talk to Michael.
No big deal.
He gives great speeches, and the hope is that he does win the Academy Award because those are the moments you remember, like when Cuba Gooding Jr. jumped up and screamed, and Tom
Roberto
Hanks.
Benigni walking across everybody
yeah.
to see.
You want
Kanye
those.
West found his way in somehow.
Yeah, I wonder if Kanye will dare show. I wonder if Neil Patrick Harris will work Kanye
Oh
West
my God, I hope
into the award
so.
show. Yeah. You want to hear a little bit from Michael talking about doing
Sure.
speeches,
Yeah.
and this goes on for a little bit. This is like I think a 2-minute soundbite. So go with
Strap in.
strap in and listen to it. But it's good. It's heartfelt.
It's really interesting what happens because a lot of stuff just gets tossed.
He's talking about
These
making a
things-
speech.
there are just so many people to thank, honestly. And, I've been doing this a while now, so the list is longer and longer, and it gets longer and longer and longer. And sometimes you think, I just can't get to everyone. And you're going to get sick of it, I'm sure, but or if you're not sick of me already. But the word grateful, I'm just going to keep saying it and saying it and saying it and saying it. Look, you're talking about a dude who gets up in the morning and goes, 2 arms, 2 legs, lungs, eyes. I'm pretty much good to go. I drop to my knees,
Amen.
if not literally, quite often. So, I'm already figure I'm halfway there. So when I think about what I want to say, I try to make it and put it in some order. My kid gets very nervous and says, "Dad, remember, you get kind of tangential. You gotta keep it kind of focused." And I think it's because I maybe want to. There are a lot of things I want to say. So often what happens is I keep a basic idea of things that I think need to be said or I want to say, and then I toss a lot and I just go with how I feel, I didn't know that I would ever get a chance to thank my family. So I thought, who knows what's going to happen, within the next 10 minutes. So I want to get that done, and where I came from and, what kind of touch on what my life's been like, which has, been a pretty classic bootstrap American story, frankly, to be honest with you, since I've been, cutting lawns for about $1.25, literally, since I've been about 14 years old, and all the jobs I ever had, shoveling asphalt and working on survey crews and working, behind bars, and I've had a zillion of those, and making enough money to get in an acting class or a workshop, and just keep at it and keep at it and keep at it. Turns out, I never thought this, but turns out I have a work ethic, and I didn't know that, but I have a very strong work ethic. And so it's just basically how I feel and what I think, and it's nice to be older because you really don't care about a lot of things anymore. You just, fuck it. You know what I mean? After a while, that's the greatest thing. You just really don't care what people think. I would prefer that people like me. But so you kind of say, I'm going to say what I want to say and how I feel, and it's just as honest. And I come from a family and a place geographically and a culture that's authentic, and true. And if you're not true to that, I could be dead tomorrow, and I never want to look back and think I was kind of a bullshitter.
Cool, right?
Awesome.
That was
I love him.
kind of
I have
a long
man crush on him. He is
Yeah.
awesome.
Well, Chuck actually has an Oscar pick. He went out with, who'd you sit down with, a fellow comedian to
Yes,
talk about their
yes.
favorite movies? Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know if this will be helpful at all, but here's Chuck, and what's your buddy's name?
Chad Jutner.
Best film, it's going to be Lucy.
Okay, why Lucy?
Because Scarlett Johansson was in it, and was Scarlett Johansson.
Okay, and who's your pick for best actor, so we can get away from Scarlett?
Probably that Asian dude that she shot in Lucy. She shot him, and he fell down like in this really great Asian way, you know, and he had, you know, I don't know. He died really well. You know? Took a really good hit to the nuts.
That's who's going to win the
in the
Academy
chest once, and then once in the forehead. And yeah, he played it really well. He played his role really well.
Yeah, and I've heard the buzz too that's kind of to make up for last year. They're really going for a kind of an Oriental sort of death theme this year.
No.
Yeah, I don't think you can say Oriental.
Asian death theme this year.
Yeah, I think it's like Far East European is the appropriate.
He corrects me.
That would probably be the.
I don't think this year's Scarlett Johansson is going to.
He set the
Is
tone with that.
she's up and coming? Yeah, that would probably be the first year that an Asian man will have won something. Yeah.
Yeah.
So last night I was at an event with Tim Mahoney and Paul Douglas. Who here remembers Paul Douglas?
Who
I
could
love
forget
him.
Paul Douglas?
You were not here yet, but
No.
he was a big shot,
Iconic.
weather guy. He was like the guy. So we were at an event, and I asked him his Oscar picks from last night, and his are not much better than your friends. But here, check it out. This is Paul Douglas. What's your best picture prediction, best actor?
Oh, boy.
Have you seen any movies lately? What's the last movie you went to?
The last movie I went to, 50 Shades of Ouch.
Ow.
Go to that?
No, I haven't seen it. I'm afraid to.
Sorry, you're in Excelsior. I can't believe it.
I know. No. I'd be happy with one shade of gray. 50 is, I can't even imagine 50 shades. I just get exhausted. Boy, I don't know.
What's the best movie you've seen this year? Are you one of those guys? You got your home theater. You don't mingle with the people.
You know what I really, really loved? And have you seen Whiplash?
Oh yes.
I really adored Whiplash. I went in with low expectations, and I was just floored by that.
Well, he is the lock, in my opinion. J.K. Simmons,
Right.
He's going to win, right?
For best actor,
best
or supporting actor.
Yeah, that guy was intense. Did you ever have a news director like that?
No, not quite that bad. Close.
I've had one like that.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a must-see movie for everybody. And the movie ending, the finale, still gives me chills.
All right, that's a good pick. So Whiplash, if you hadn't seen it, it is nominated for an Academy Award, and it's really good. J.K. Simmons is the supporting actor. You might hear Chuck in the background. We got some guests calling in. It's the Mrs. Band. They're going to be in town, and we're gonna get them on the phone here right now. I guess. Hold on. First, I'm going to play some of their song before we. The deal is, this inspirational song, became a viral video. 4.5 million people.
Well, this is what 4.5 million people watched. Is they watched this project that these ladies put together, which was a mirror that they set up in the mall, where these women could look in. It said, "Take a look," and these women could look in this mirror, and on a little sliding touch screen, they could judge whether they were super hot, all the way to the spectrum of like woof, like not feeling hot at all.
Yeah.
And so they would slide this little thing, and there would be a voice on the other side being like, no, you're way more gorgeous than that.
Right.
And they wrote this song, "I'm Enough," and it's all a project tied in with that.
And their family members show up to surprise them.
Yeah,
and I watched this video, and I'm man enough to tell you, I cried.
Yeah, oh my God, it was so touching. The woman who was like super, super touched. So I'm going to go ahead and tweet this link to the video.
Well, we've got a couple of the members of the band on the phone right now, I believe.
Here right now. You there, ladies?
Andra, are you there? And Jenny? No?
I can hear him.
I can hear him.
I can hear you. Where are you guys at? Are you in Minnesota yet?
We are.
And you're loving the weather, right?
We got in last night.
We're trying to get you up a little. You got in last night, and we got a nice Minnesota welcome with our
with
ice
snow.
cold temperatures. Are you there? Did we lose you?
They should be there. Can you hear us okay?
We can hear you a little bit, yes.
Just a little bit. Sorry about the connection. I blame the cold. I'm just going to ask a couple of simple questions, and you can just extrapolate. First of all, describe the band, how you guys got together. And the second part is, what are you guys going to be doing at the Mall of America?
Well, we came together really because we wanted to empower women to see themselves a little bit differently and to believe in themselves and follow their dreams. We, as a band, felt like our goal was to put our music out there in a way differently than what we were hearing out on pop radio. And, you know, our song Enough, we feel, is doing that right now.
And so what happens this weekend? What's going to be going on?
Can you hear him? I can't. This is Jenny. Hi.
Hi.
I'm a bass player from the Midwest.
Hi.
I'm having a hard time hearing you, but you asked what was going on this week
Yeah.
at the Mall of America?
Yes.
Well, we're going to be helping kick off the walk with Nita, and we're going to be playing a few songs, and then we're going to have a show with the Hard Rock as well.
Awesome.
And what's your message then specifically for people?
Our message to people is really, we want people to really know that, you know, they are enough, and we're out helping, you know, women, and, you know, especially out at the mall with Nita, we're really wanting women to empower them to see themselves differently. And what we did with the video that you were talking about was to help them see themselves differently, to maybe be a little kinder to themselves. And our song is our battle cry against what we believe is this epidemic of negativity that exists among women, that sometimes they're not good enough, whether as a mom or as a wife or, you know, as a daughter or employee, or, you know, just whatever it is.
Jenny, oh, go ahead. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm hearing myself. Jenny, my name's Courtney, and I'm one of the co-hosts here, and I also have a mostly woman band. And I love what the message that you ladies are putting out there. And I also love that straight away on your website, you're like, we're a band of women in our 30s and 40s. And because I think that even though women in their 30s and 40s are getting a little more popular, I should say, these days with the cougars and all that other stuff, I really love that you just put that out there, that you're like, we're not the youngest ladies, but we're still doing our thing. And I also love, I was reading your website today that, Jenny, are you the bass player?
I am the bass player, yes.
And did you learn bass specifically for this band?
Absolutely. Well, so Andrew and I have been best friends for a long time. We started learning instruments later in life, and it soon became a passion, and I know that I'd fall in love with it. And then we decided, you know, we're going to write music that reflects our lives. And I stopped what I was doing as another career, and this became my career. And then we just started writing music about, you know, relationships and being a mom and
your experience.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's how this was formed.
Yeah. And your experience, you feel is like it's definitely underrepresented in popular music today. 'Cause like you say on your website, it's about people who are a little younger and going to the clubs and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, well, you know what? I still listen to the radio. And I mean, I'm 37 years old, and it's like, I want to hear things that represent my point of view as well. So I really applaud what you ladies are doing. And I'm so impressed that you picked up a instrument later in life. I play the banjo, and I didn't start till I was 30.
That's right. She said banjo.
Oh, that's awesome. I actually want to wanted to end up interested in that.
Yeah,
it's never too late. You know, I feel like since I have become a bass player and whatever it is that you want to do, it's made me a more well-rounded person and made me more grounded in all aspects of my life.
Yeah.
So
it's encouraging you to be that, you know, and that you are enough just the way you are, and by having, you know, all your, I don't know, being filled in all aspects of your life is what this is all about.
Yeah.
So more music. Is there more music coming from you guys?
Absolutely. We have a whole album's worth of music recorded, and we can't wait to get it out there.
All right.
Yeah. Congratulations on all your success so far. Your project is amazing.
When can we see you?
And you're at the Mall of America both Saturday and Sunday, right?
Correct. We are there all day Saturday with the Mirror, and we are there Sunday performing at 9 and at the Hard Rock at 11:30.
Nice. All right.
And can people link someplace? Is there someplace on the web where they can go do some more homework and learn more about you guys before they head out to the Mall of America?
I happen to have that information, Sean.
Great. We'll link to it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Yes?
It's themisses.com.
Find everything at themisses.com.
Okay.
VMRS.com. We have our song, our app, and you can find our tour dates and everything about this weekend as well on there.
Awesome. Thanks for calling in this morning. Welcome to Minnesota. Good luck this weekend, and you guys are more than enough. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
All right. So there you go. That was
that's cool.
You know, I'm glad we actually got a hold of them. They were going to come in, but the travel issues just made it impossible to happen. So I'm glad they were able to call in, and we kind of last minute got them on the phone. So that was nice of them.
Yeah, totally.
So that's happening at the Mall of America. You really should check out their video. It makes you get choked up, Sean. You'll get choked. Have you seen the video yet?
I did watch it. It did get me choked up, and I have a daughter and, you know, 2 older sisters, and just saw it and was thrilled. And I love it that women in their 30s and 40s are making music.
Right, yeah.
And that is unique, right? That late in life they said, I want to be a bass player.
Yeah, well, I think also, like, just, I mean, growing up and women are taught one way, men are taught another way, and it's sort of, you know, subversive or whatnot. But yeah, for women to grow up now these days and be like in their 40s and be like, no, I'm gonna start something.
Yeah,
I think that
thank
you,
cool.
Feminists of the past. I'm wearing my Gloria Steinem and Dorothy Pittman Hughes shirt today.
You're actually just showing us your boobs right now. Is what you're doing.
Well, there's things on there. Yeah. Anyway,
Jiminy crickets. We're gonna.
She actually blushed. That was great.
We're gonna take a break. When we come back, we're gonna hear from the host of the Academy Awards, Neil Patrick Harris. We're gonna do some crime beat with Chuck. Courtney, I hope you have a moment because we're gonna have a. We're going to throw to you for a Courtney moment.
Sure.
All right.
I got a Courtney moment.
We're going to take a quick break to thank some of our sponsors and let you know what's happening on the network. We'll be right back. MacMen. Don't let your computer problems drive you mad. We are MacMen, Minnesota's premier tech consultants and problem solvers for Macs, mobile devices, troubleshooting, training, and much more. No more dragging your computer all over town because we come to you. We love making house calls to your home or small business. MacMen. Call 612-345-8005. The Alive and Social Network is alive and growing. From the best in sports, music, movies, and beer, Alive and Social is what all the cool kids click on. Featuring characters like radio rebel Jeff Dubay, Star Tribune pundit Jim Suhan, Unfiltered, and television veteran and handsome man Rusty Gatenby. You can also taste the Minnesota Pubcast with Jason and Molly. Join the band with live band karaoke night from legendary O'Gara's in St. Paul and the live music showcase from Shamrocks. Yes, Alive and Social Network does indeed rock and roll. The Jeff DeBay Show, Jim Suhan Unfiltered, the Rusty Gatenby Review, the Minnesota Pubcast with Jason and Molly, live band karaoke, and Shamrock's live music showcase. Join the fun. Be alive and social with the Alive and Social Network.
This is Jim Suhan from SuhanUnfiltered.com on the Alive and Social Network. We appreciate you listening. This Friday, I'll be live at O'Gara's 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock with Star Tribune hockey writer Michael Russo, and then my band, the Bar Chords, will play from 7:30 to 9 in the Shanty. That's the O'Gara's Live Music Theater, leading into live karaoke. Come on by for any and all of the events. Thanks a lot.
Hi, this is Janine the Server. You're listening to Twin Cities Hit Show with Rusty, Courtney, and Chuck.
Chuck. Vera, Chuck, and Dave.
Where is she from?
The
Fargo.
1029.
Her accent, though. She's not from
Ireland.
Oh, she's from Ireland.
The northern part of Ireland.
You just heard some chatter there about the Alive and Social Network, which is very exciting. It keeps growing and growing and growing. And, Sean, there's some stuff you wanted people to know about happening.
Yeah, Jim Suhan just mentioned it, but he'll be doing his podcast tonight, SuhanUnfiltered.com. He's also the Star Tribune sports writer, but he'll be at O'Gara's at 5 o'clock tonight, and then his band plays at 7:30. He's got a band called the Bar Chords. Play some great music. It's a really fun band, and they lead up and warm up for live band karaoke, which happens from 9 to 1 a.m. You actually get up with a live band with backing vocals and sing your heart out.
Wow.
And it's fun because you'll get the mix of people that can't sing, in which case they turn their mic down a little bit and then turn up the background singers. But if you're really good, there's nothing better than watching somebody get up there that can just absolutely wail and tear the house down. So it's so much fun at O'Gara's. Check that out. The other thing I wanted to mention is that we're doing a contest right now on the Alive and Social Network.
I love a contest.
You do, don't you?
For what?
So
what's the prize?
Go to Facebook and check out the Alive and Social Network page, and you'll see a contest that's run through a site called WooBox. But we're giving away a $150 gift card for the perfect St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, yeah.
To Kieran's, the local, the Liffey, and Cooper.
Some of the best in town right there.
Yeah, $150 gift card. You don't have to use it on St. Patrick's Day. You can use it anytime. But a great opportunity. It's just really asking you to share the shows, share the network, and somebody's going to have a great chance at winning that $150. And beyond that, make sure that you're, and Chuck, you can go to this part here, but make sure you are liking the Twin Cities Hit Show on Facebook. Add your comments there, questions, concerns, guest ideas, anything that you have for us. And on Twitter, we're Cities Hit Show. Is that right? At Cities Hit Show?
Correct. At Cities Hit Show.
Correct. And we'll have those.
CITIES.
We will have those links. I have, I don't know if they're there yet, but they sent me the links, the Mrs.com folks, so we'll have that. As well as if you go to Rusty Gatenby Review, there's a longer Paul Douglas interview that I did.
Awesome.
And I put the whole thing on there. We actually rip on Patrick Hammer. We talk about the weather. There's a whole longer Paul Douglas thing on the Rusty Gatenby Review.com. We're going to talk a little bit more about the Academy Awards, but before we move on, Joe Biden's been making headlines. Have you heard this?
He's like a vice president.
Have you heard this song, Sean? Chuck, listen closely to this. Have you heard this song? Have you heard it? Listen to this dirty, dirty song.
Born in Scranton, PA, 1942. Without your pants on, hey little baby. Should I link this video on our site?
Yeah, sure.
Don't watch to be the second in command of the best country. Vice President number 47. That toothy grin is simply heaven. I think about
what is wrong with you? What is your deal?
I love when you play the very first chord. Courtney just rolls her eyes back. Oh God, he found one hiding. I'm good for the riding. Hey Joe Biden.
What do we think about not just this horribly disturbing song?
Oh my gosh,
he's amazing. He's inspirational.
It's.
I was.
You don't actually have a thing for Joe Biden.
Well,
Oh.
it's It's more
all right.
like I was asked to write an erotic song about Joe Biden, and then as I was writing it, I kind of fell a little bit more in love with him. I mean, he's such a good-looking guy. He's a little smarmy, I think. But
well, these photos that are appearing now, what do we think about those? I don't think he's being a creeper. I think he's generally being... I don't think his motives are sexual, is what I guess I'm trying to say.
Well, he's
just
a man
touchy...
of a certain age, and I think that he's a guy that he's just a naturally affectionate guy. But
well, I think all politicians are sociopaths on some level. I think that he was probably just like in his own little world and I don't know, touching this lady and not thinking there was anything wrong with it or that it might be deemed inappropriate. But if somebody took a picture.
The weird thing is, it's not just one photo.
Oh,
there
really?
are photos and photos of him overly affectionate, touching ladies.
Somebody has to put, like, if they can capture any video of it, they've got to put, him singing songs into people's ears. Because that would be so, like, loving, touching, squeezing by Journey.
On Gawker, there's an article that says, Joe Biden, we need to talk about the way you touch women.
Ooh.
Look at this. He's, like, making out with...
Yeah, which is
they're doing an Eskimo
is she the
kiss
lady
right
who,
there.
Yeah,
that's
the lady
his
who does
story
all
though is quite inspirational. How didn't his first wife die, and he's got some background story that is not creepy at all.
I don't know. I didn't research that part for
as
the
opposed
song.
to the creepy photos that are coming out and this creepy video that Courtney made.
Yeah, there's a lot of women,
I would
like,
say
kind
my
of
video
pulling
is
away.
way more creepy than anything else that Joe Biden has done.
Oh my God, there's a whole series of them on
Yeah.
Gawker.
Yeah, and
see, I told
where
you
there's
there's more
smoke,
than
there's fire. It's not like there's one. It's like the Bill Cosby thing. It's not like there's one or two or three.
I had a buddy who claims that he wasn't gay, and either way, whatever you want to do, I have lots of gay friends, but this friend claimed he wasn't gay. He would get drunk, and he would rub
Sleep with you?
up against everyone.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and I was like, dude, you got a semi going. I don't need you doing that. I don't need that.
Everyone.
He was telling Sean, just so you know. I'm
By the
not
way, how
gay.
is Jeff DeBay's show doing?
Oh, man. I got to tell you, Jeff's really doing a great job, and it's nice that he's recovered.
How do I know you're gay? You're in bed with me, and we're naked.
All right. Well, that's another.
Rusty just moves on.
Okay.
Hey, but I only went gay once, and I am not gay.
Like Mick Jagger, right?
Exactly. Well, he only went gay once?
Yeah,
with
once.
David
With David
Bowie?
Bowie.
All right.
Oh,
Well,
hey, I think
wouldn't
anyone
you
would
go
go
gay with David?
Bowie.
Ha-ha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd just do it so I could sue him for something.
I would go many places with David Bowie. I would turn space inside and out.
Would you go to Chuck E. Cheese?
With David Bowie?
Really? Would you?
Sure. I would go to Chuck E. Cheese
IKEA?
with
Would
the
you go to
wax
IKEA?
David Bowie.
With David Bowie?
When I was
Well, that
19
is-
years old,
that is-
19 years old, my best friend that I grew up with in theater, and I always knew he was gay, but he just hadn't come out yet. At 19, he called me. I was on the radio in the middle of South Dakota, and he calls me up, and it's this very serious tone in his voice, and he's like, Sean. I'm like, yeah. He goes, it's Dave. Hey, Dave, how you doing? I have something to tell you. I'm like, what is it? He goes, I'm gay. I'm like, great. What else is going on? And then he's like, well, you're not surprised or anything? But he went on to tell me that, I've really never been attracted to you at all. I'm like, did you have to bring that up? I'm like, that's kind of shitty and offensive.
Yeah.
So wait a minute.
Never
me-
found you.
No, that's too
Your
bad because I have a
friend in
big crush.
theater was gay?
I know, it's hard to believe.
Wow. We're going to have a really outspoken gay rights activist on next Wednesday.
Good.
Oh, awesome. Who's that?
Ben Patrick Johnson,
Oh,
the amazing
fabulous.
voice of every preview for movies you've ever
Yeah.
seen. But he's a very
Wow.
outspoken activist for gay rights.
Well, speaking of gay and speaking of movies, Neil Patrick Harris. He is the host of this year's Academy Awards, and I'm actually kind of excited for that. I was a fan of Billy Crystal. Do you guys even watch the Academy Awards?
I used to watch them religiously, and honestly, I have just
kind of watched.
maybe it was with Wild
Okay,
Things.
I will watch.
I used to
people know that on Academy Award night, Don't Call the House, Don't Bother Me. There was a while there where they wanted me to do reports for the ABC station here in town, and I said only if you send me out to L.A. Which the one time when Fargo was nominated for Best Picture, I said finally. I'm packing my bags, my sunblock. They go, no, we'd like you live from Fargo, North Dakota. Okay.
Go
really?
fuck
really, you people?
You're all. This always happens in February. I hate you. I remember that one.
What night?
What's that? It's this Sunday night, the Academy Awards.
I'll be over.
Here's Neil Patrick. Oh, go ahead. You had a story.
I was just going to say, I remember that Academy Awards because I was living in California at the time, and that was like the one experience that we had. My parents still do the Fargo what?
In L.A.
Oh, in
Academy
L.A.,
Award
yeah.
night.
No, that's
it's like
true.
New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Well,
I was actually up north, but I remember Frances McDormand accepting the Academy Award and how excited I was because I loved that movie, but it was before I even experienced Minnesota or the Midwest, and it's still how my parents sometimes will talk to me on the phone. Oh, yeah, they do the whole thing. That's all they know.
They're waiting for you to have that accent. Neil Patrick Harris, before he got the nod to be the Academy Award host, he used to have Academy Award parties.
There is something wonderful about having friends over, making some cheese dip. I call it queso. And wearing sweats. And filling out an Oscar ballot, and drinking a lot and laughing at the famous people. I can't do that this year. I don't think so. I could have cheese dip backstage, and I'll probably be drunk for most of it. I could put sweatpants on under my tux. I think we're onto something.
Anyway,
he's kind of funny.
He is funny.
Oh my gosh,
You want to hear a couple more from him about the Academy Awards? Okay, here we go.
Yes.
Hosting the Oscars is maybe the most prestigious hosting job in Hollywood because you're having to essentially host a big party, but with gigantic stars. Now, most people, when they meet a star, they're totally tongue-tied and don't know what to say and make a fool of themselves. So I have to try and not make a fool of myself to all of the stars at the same time.
My good friend Lex Medlin is a very good friend of Neil Patrick Harris. Was at his wedding. He was on a show called Drop Dead Divas for about 7 years on Lifetime, but he was actually at the wedding. And just says Neil's a fantastic guy.
Your friend's name is Lex Medlin?
Yes.
Is he a Marvel comic?
I know. I was going to say, is he a super villain?
You know what's funny is he hated his name.
Lex Medlin.
He hated his name as a kid, so he went as Mike. He went as Mike Medlin, but he went to American Academy of Dramatic Arts and then made it.
You are now Lex.
You are now Lex.
Well, it sounds like Neil's going to do a little bit more than hosting. He's actually helping write and produce the show.
So yeah, I've been really involved. Especially, I get to choose a writing team, and I've chosen people that I've worked with before that I know are funny long-term and also funny in the moment. And then we've hired on some other writers that I think are really smart. I think the comedy level needs to be pretty smart for the Oscars because you don't want to just do...
I blame the cold. I blame the cold.
Is right now is
Sorry, Neil.
Creating content that you think will be relevant.
All right. So sorry about that. But yeah, smart comedy. What does that mean? Smart comedy comedians.
I have no clue. Mine's dumb.
Yeah, neither of you guys would know.
Street jokes is what I tell.
All right. Well, real quick, I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to give you the picks then that if you're going to an... I blame Chuck. So the lock. Jesus Christ!
Punt.
This is a test of the emergency broadcast system.
There goes the Emmy Award. Or no, Marconi. No, what were we?
Marconi.
Pulitzer Prize.
No, it's a Webby. It's a Webby.
We're doing a
Dang
Webby
it.
Award.
Nobel Peace
We were
Prize.
so close.
Or the potty. Maybe there's a potty award.
So the lock, the absolute lock, is J.K. Simmons, who you know probably is the father from Juno.
Yeah.
He's a lock. He's going to win 100%.
Yeah.
Also a lock, in my opinion, is Best Actress, who is going to be Julianne Moore for Still Alice, where she plays a professor, a smarty pants, who starts having Alzheimer's.
That looks really good, too.
Yeah. Best
I love her.
actor is going to be a toss-up between the two guys who are on our show this morning, Michael Keaton and Eddie Redmayne. I'm going with Michael Keaton.
Yes.
I picked him way back in October, and I hope he wins. Yeah. Best Picture is also a tough one. It's going to be between Birdman and Boyhood. Both have cinematic feats that had never been done before in Hollywood. So that's a toss-up. I'm going to go with Birdman. But it could be Boyhood. And then that same thing is going on then with the directors. Are you going to give it to the director of Birdman or the director of Boyhood? So it could be one of those years where the picture wins and it's a different director.
Yeah.
That happens rarely, but it might be one of those years. I think they're going to give it to the director of Birdman.
All right.
He absolutely earned that.
How much do we win if you're right?
I have autographed photos I can give you.
Yeah, that's all I need.
Where is
That's
the
all I
party
need.
going to be? The
The
Twin Cities
headshot's
Hit Show
25
party for the
years
Academy
old.
You
Awards.
know, you guys are more than welcome to come on over to the rest of the
Really?
secret cave.
I think we have to.
That'd be awesome.
I
That
think
would
we
be fun.
should.
All
I
right.
think we should.
Do you want to do that?
Yeah,
do a
hell
live
yeah.
broadcast.
All right. We'll do that. We'll have an Oscar
God,
party.
I love it.
All right, so there you go. Good luck, and we'll see you guys on Sunday for the party. All right, so let's bring the room down now, shall we?
Oh, great, again?
There we go. Yeah, let's just ruin everything we've done. Let's talk about killing
man.
babies.
Yeah. Wait, we are having pro-choice people.
That's
on
what
the
my
show on
co-host
Monday.
wants to do right now.
Bad idea. Is the city. My name, Chuck Collin, 40% accurate crime reporter.
Good Lord, this is a mistake. Go ahead, Chuck. Go ahead, Chuck.
Well, today I'm going to talk about the story I meant to talk about yesterday, but it didn't
That's-
tie in any way whatsoever, as you pointed out. You
But
were
it's
dead on.
but the guy who kills his baby, Chuck.
Yeah, it's kind of cute.
Oh my
No,
gosh.
I'm shocked that it happened here in Minnesota. First of all, horrible things like that
this-
should not happen in
This happens
Minnesota.
all the time.
This
This is
shouldn't
like a
happen
headline
anywhere.
that's on every
Unless
couple
there's a wood
months.
chipper, it shouldn't happen in Minnesota.
Oh, good
It's
point.
getting worse.
Tan Sierra.
Yeah.
So
Here's how this went. There's a guy named, first of all, I want to point out his name. The suspect in this is Leb Mike Meek.
What?
Leb Mike Meek.
Mike Meek. That might be your
What
first clue.
nationality is that?
Scott's Romanian.
He looks is
He's-
transsexual nationality because he looks like it.
Oh.
I don't know
That's
what this
exactly
picture.
what I was thinking.
Yeah, I'm like, are you even a man? I don't know. What
Oh, he's got his eyebrows
Oh, he's
done.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay.
He is beautiful. Yeah. He'd been dating a woman, and she decided, I don't know if she had to work or go out, but she left Leb Mike Meek to care for her 17-month-old child. And apparently the child got a little loud, which Leb Mike Meek decided
I don't want
to
to hear this,
shake
Chuck.
the kid.
Please stop, Chuck.
Yeah. And
Please stop.
this reads like every other story, but
Oh,
here's what
my
I'm
God.
saying.
Yeah,
Parents,
what are you saying?
parents, if you're dating a guy named Leb Mike Meek, no.
Wait, what if that's like? What if that's a name like Joseph Smith in transsexual? No,
could
that
be-
was so offensive. I'm sorry, everybody.
I'll
in
tell you
that
what.
gentleman's,
Either his parents
we're
were
just
lazy.
going down the toilet.
There goes
Mike?
the Webby.
Michael.
Can we-
Michael.
Can we talk about Louis, the Joyland clown?
Let's
found
bring
in-
it over
Yes,
to Cordy.
let's go right to that. Hey, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's lighten things up with some Cordy.
So, dead babies aren't funny to you guys?
No. Never.
Really?
No.
No.
Oh, God, I suck at that.
No more dead
Sorry,
babies on
no,
the
no.
show. Sorry.
Well, except
Guy's
that
named
on
Leb?
Monday we're having the pro-choice resources ladies in.
Yes.
Oh shit.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Cordy, please
So,
lighten the load
okay,
here.
well,
Happy
I'll
stuff.
try my very
Bring
best.
some sunshine.
I don't know if.
Hey, look, everyone, Tim Mahoney.
Oh man, don't do that. I don't know if anybody knows about the Joyland clown Louis from Wichita, Kansas, who had been reporting missing more than a decade ago.
Wait, a clown?
He's a clown. He's like a puppet clown.
Oh,
and
I
he's
was
like,
And
So
he
he's
went-
not a real person playing a clown. It's
Yeah,
like
that's
a
what I was
stuffed
going
Let
No,
me guess.
it's,
His name is Lynn Nick Mucky.
no. This is an innocent clown who has not killed
That
anybody.
photo does not look innocent. That looks like.
Well, because
All cars be on
everybody
the
thinks
lookout for a clown.
All I'm asking is for people to give clowns a chance.
Do they have the artist's sketch of the missing clown?
No, that's him, but he's
The
returned.
nose was bigger and redder.
It's returned. All right.
He
So
has
what happened?
returned now.
He
They
did an Andy
they-
Kaufman or something? Or
They
what?
they found him in the home of 39-year-old Damian Mays, who was serving a prison sentence for conviction.
Well, here's
of
the other
sex
part of the
offense.
story that Courtney's probably going to cut out, but they 10 rooms full of clowns in his clown dungeon in the basement. I mean, this was one of the most pervasive cases of clown imprisonment, I guess, in world history.
Oh, there's a,
And these
yeah.
are not real people. These are just clown,
they're
like
clown
stuffed
dolls.
clown.
Yeah.
There he is. You see, he sits and he sits in front of a mirror and waves. Louis the
I'm
clown does.
so creeped
It's
out.
pretty
Oh,
creepy.
it's not a clown. It's not a person.
That's
No,
what I was trying
no.
to get to. Is that it really would have gotten bad? Yeah.
I'm sorry.
why
Yeah,
it's
no,
so
he's like
bad.
an animatronic.
Because they can't
clown.
fight
Oh,
back.
good
Rusty,
Lord.
they can't fight back. They're totally
Yeah.
prisoners.
They're toys,
Yeah.
kids.
In servitude. They're left to eat nothing.
But it's like
my brain hurts
he's
now. Can we hear more from Neil Patrick Harris?
Yes, absolutely. My brain hurts.
So my uncle's driving down the road. That's my Uncle Troy. This is a true story. My Uncle Troy is driving down the road, and he sees that the car in front of him, in the right lane, is a guy fully dressed in a clown suit, probably going to a kid's party or whatever clowns do. And he stops. He gets up to the stoplight to the left of him, and the clown guy's to the right of him. And he just looks at him very seriously and he's doing the motion to roll down the window. And
the clown is doing the motion?
No, my uncle's doing that to the clown, and the clown rolls down the window. My uncle rolls down the window, and he looks at him and he goes, "Learn how to drive, you fucking clown!" Died laughing. The guy just kind of smirked and like, oh.
One of my favorite Far Side comics. You know Far Side by Gary. What's his butt?
Yes.
He's the best.
Gary Loris? No, Gary
Larson.
Larson.
There's this huge supercomputer of controls, and there's a clown standing in front of it about to push a button, and there are these two whatever guys in charge at the door, and they're like, "Hey, what does that clown think he's doing?" I just think that's so hilarious. God,
gold, Jerry, gold.
I tell you, Halloween and law enforcement was so fun, pulling over people in the costumes and making them do all the walk the line tests in their costumes. Very good. Every year,
you get a lot of clowns.
Yeah, we did. Every year they would request video from us from squads of crazy arrests.
So who are some of the more elaborate that you can remember? What kind of?
I think it was Robin Hood or something, and the guy was like in these tights and a little green hat. It was so cute. Yeah.
And he was hammered.
And I got to guess that is a time of the year where you get a lot of drunk drivers.
Oh yes.
Because they're like
the costumes are awesome. Yeah,
driving from party to party.
I actually ran over a cat on Halloween. I felt absolutely awful.
Was it a black cat?
No, I think the kid was dressed like a cat.
Oh my god!
Oh, hello! You guys totally
Jeb,
fell
Mike
for
Meek,
it.
guys. Jeb, Mike Meek.
Memo to self: download Rimshot.
You don't have to.
The show earlier.
InstantRimshot.com.
Is that a porn site?
No, it is.
Instant Rim Job is the porn
site.
Yes. Sorry, it's getting worse.
Well, folks, it's a podcast on the internet.
Well, let's take these final moments. It's been a hell of a week, right?
Yeah. You guys, I'm getting a 2-hour massage on Sunday for $75.
How are you doing that?
My buddy Dan Marlowe does massage here in Minneapolis. I'll post a link to his site.
Does he have a Joe Biden costume that he wears while he's doing it?
No, actually, he dresses as a clown.
Nice. Hey, kids, who's ready for a massage?
I don't know about massage, but can you juggle balls?
And then also, I'm talking about my weekend plans, you guys.
Oh, okay, all right.
Tonight, my roommate is DJing at the Nomad World Pub for Hot Pants.
Word.
Hot Pants is like deep funk and rare soul music. It's so much fun.
All right.
And so I'm going to go to that. And then on Sunday night, I'm going to go see my buddy's improv troupe, Apex Predator, at Improv A Go-Go at Huge Theater.
Awesome.
Have you been to Huge Theater yet?
Awesome.
I've been to a medium size, but never a huge.
You should go
to a huge theater.
Yeah, to
Lake
the
in Lindale, right?
It's 31st and Lindale.
Wait. They actually have entertainment stuff on Oscar night?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Some people love the live improv instead of the 4-hour-long scripted
Fine. Guess where you know
masturbation session.
What?
That's what I
Yeah, that's true. You can DVR the Oscars.
You get so many people in the Oscars. You get audience shots of people like nodding to each other. It's like, he's right, you know, he's right. We are fabulous.
I know.
Stop making fun of my favorite night of the year. It's my favorite night of the year.
You know, I have a big show coming up on Monday.
You do? Yes.
Yeah, Monday Night Comedy Show. 5 brand new minutes of
Boom.
comedy debuted. Yeah.
At Club Underground,
Club
that's in
Underground, Spring
Northeast.
Street Tavern, Monday night. Come out. It's the best show you can get for
The
$5.
Dead Baby Sessions. With
I love talking about Jeb, Mike, Meek. I promise.
Got a joke about a soft spot. It goes like this.
It's fun to know.
So we're going to be back on Monday, and my friend Nikki Madsen is coming in to our show. She's from Pro-Choice Resources to talk about their Bowl-a-thon fundraiser that they're having on March 26th that I'm emceeing.
So awesome.
What is explain bowl-a-thon? How long do you bowl?
So you bowl, everybody, you sign up for a team and everyone gets an hour-long shift of bowling, and then we have everyone come into the bar area and we drink and we give out prizes, and yeah, we've got.
It'll
lots
go
of
on
fun
till
sponsors.
Labor Day, or how long do you bowl?
We
For
bowl
weeks
for
on
only an
end?
hour.
Pro-choice Labor Day, I like
Just
it.
for an hour?
Yeah, but what you do is you're like, hey, I'm bowling. It's a fundraiser, so you ask people to donate money and then you go bowl. It's like instead of running a 5K, you're just bowling for an hour.
Very
Okay.
similar.
Yeah,
Very,
exactly.
very similar. Yeah, in terms of exertion.
Bowl-a-thon, I think we're
burned 48
bowling all
calories.
nights. We're bowling for 72 hours.
Well, I mean,
They're bowlers. Rusty.
there's shifts. There's like 3 shifts, so the bowl-a-thon goes from 6
Well,
p.m.
thank God
to
they
11
get a break.
p.m.
Thank
All
God. they
Yeah,
get a
there's
break.
hundreds of bowlers.
All right.
Where is it at?
Sounds exciting.
It's going to be at Park Tavern on March 26th, but we're having Nikki, who is one of the bigwigs at Pro-Choice Resources. If you can have a bigwig at a nonprofit, she's coming in to our show on Monday to talk about it.
All right.
Awesome. Nice.
And I'm doing absolutely nothing.
Oh, Oscars.
Doing my
Oscars.
Oscars little party.
You're
Sean's
getting
coming over.
you're
at least.
getting the house cleaned up for us,
I'm getting the house
so we can
cleaned up.
trash it.
And then who else we got? Oh, we got Patrick Hammer coming in next week.
Yeah.
You've got a comedian coming in next week.
The very funny Gabe
Noah.
Noah. We have Ben Patrick Johnson on Wednesday, and we have Patrick Hammer on Friday, and it's still filling up.
Yeah.
Yeah, got more guests coming up. I have a live performer, a Frank Sinatra impersonator coming in down the road.
Nice.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Excellent.
Did Frank ever do a banjo song? I don't think he did he?
No, not yet. Not
Well,
until I debut.
he will on this show.
Duet with him postmortem.
And we need to have, Rusty, we need to have your wife, Jennifer, on
Yeah.
the show. I know she works
She
a
does.
real job during the day, but one time next week or
Air
in the
quotes.
coming weeks,
All right.
we have to have her on. Very smart, very funny.
Yeah.
The fetching Jennifer
very
Bach.
fetching.
Nice.
Yeah.
I fetched her first, so
You
back
did.
off.
That's true.
All right.
She's mine.
Well, it's Friday. Drive safe, everybody. Some folks might still be in the morning rush hour.
Aw,
Thanks for listening.
we love you.
And go Michael Keaton. Go Neil Patrick Harris. Yay, Academy
Julianne
Award. Julianne Moore.
Twin Cities Hit Show. Twin Cities Hit Show. Twin Cities Hit Show.